Hello, hello, Spear here, Lotus 79 at Zandvoort. Just got this track. I don't have a lot of experience with it, just got it. So we'll see what happens. Car number 14, starting in 12th, right ahead of us, Kanducci. So let's try not to hit him. Practice did not go as well as I'd hoped. Could have gone faster. Could have definitely gone faster, but hey, we say that every week about every track. But this is brand new to us.
Still there. Still there. Clear.
We're just going to try to stay out of trouble. That is our general strategy in these things, though, isn't it? But yeah, practice times were not encouraging for a good race. But with them reprofiling the track a bit, not in iRacing yet, they're in real life. I figured, hey, we'll probably scan that in iRacing someday, the new part, so let's get used to the old part. Actually, these cars, the Lotus 79, well, what's going on up here? Something's going on. These cars, they would have raced on this track, as it is currently, or as it is in iRacing, I guess. Well, I assume so. I don't know how much it has changed. It's probably changed since the 70s and 80s a bit. I don't know. Well, all right. We're in it. We're involved in it now. Oh, boy. But yeah, so, you know, there were a lot of tracks that I didn't have. And I thought, well, I should probably invest in some of those tracks. Just because, you know, you're already paying for iRacing. You don't want to just sit out a week not having a track. So, figured I'd get some of the ones I didn't have. Not all of them. There's still a bunch I don't have, but some of these, like Zandvoort and Zolder. As an American, you know, you never really hear about Zandvoort and Zolder. But oh boy! All right. Yeah, I see everybody's getting away from it now. Kanducci's in 11th. We started 10th and 12th, so we both moved down. He's moved down a spot. I moved down 2 spots. That's not good for either of us. And I know not to do that, not to sit there and pump the accelerator. But boy, you know, because I'm watching online videos about what to do, what not to do. Real race stuff. Real racers talking about what they, you know. It's pretty applicable in the sim, but sometimes you just can't do it. You know what to do and you just can't do it. Or even if you don't know what to do, sometimes you can't do it, but you can't always tell your body what to do. Well, I can't. Alright, yeah, we're way back here now. Darn it. And I still don't have a delta. Well, every race I say I don't have a delta up here. I'd like to at least get some idea of what I'm doing. It's still not. 31.5, yeah, that's about what I'm expecting. I gotta break more. I've done enough practice now. I gotta break more in that turn 1 section to get a decent exit. Because I keep not braking enough, and it's slowing down my exit. Slow in, fast out. There's a few corners like that I'm just not. You see how slow I am, and I need to slow down even more, but at the appropriate times. And then these corners up here, they're pretty much a mystery. It's just a big, wide open tarmac. With undefined lanes on where to go. So we'll see what happens. So far, it looks like there's nothing. Nobody's had any major issues, which is somewhat unfortunate for us. Now, in practice, we got into the 129s. So that 31.5 we got last time, let's hope we beat that. Don't have a delta, so we don't know yet.
1 minute 30.8.
Okay, 30.8. Yeah, as we burn up the fuel, well, everybody will speed up, including us. But yeah, use the delta to see, you know, if you do something different. If you say, okay, this time I'll take this turn a little bit sharper, you use the delta, you can see, well, how is that comparing to last time I went through, you know, or my best time? And if you see, well, I did it differently, and it gained me time, say, oh, maybe I'll try that again. You know, the delta is a good learning tool when you're trying to figure out what to do. I was using it during these corners here to try to figure out the best lines. Well, try to figure out the best lines. Believe it or not, I try to get better. Ah. Bad, bad, bad. And everybody's gone now. Well, we just saw Adnan go around T1 up there, but
1 minute 31.
and we're back in the 31s. Dang it. Oh, and I was also thinking, should I even record this race? Because, well, from what I could tell from the practice times and how it started, it's likely to be just me hot lapping around the track until I come to get lapped. So I wasn't even sure if I wanted to record it. So I'll be taking a poll later on people, what people think I should do. If you have a comment, feel free to leave it below. Although, I must say, most of you just talk to me on Twitch. So, feel free to talk to me there too. There's my channel. There's Kenduchi Racing. You'll see me as a mod on Kenduchi Racing. I also mod for Ben Summers, 1971, Howe, 74, and Joe Halton. So, you can pretty much find me anywhere. Weber's Racing, been there a lot. W Step, hang out there.
1 minute 30.498.
So let me know what you think if I should. Because I actually, yeah, you know, thinking of what other people do, a lot of people don't put up all their races onto YouTube. Some people just don't put up the ones where they do bad. I'm like, well, it doesn't matter how the result is. I'm not really talking about results. You know, should I put up the races where I do well? It's just, should I put up the races where something happens? But who knows? 10 laps from now, maybe something will have happened. Maybe a couple of those guys up there getting a little tussle, drop back a bit, and I'll be dicing with them. So that's the idea, you know. Not once, yeah, I'm only gonna post races where I'm on the podium or top 10 or whatever. You know, just so something cool happens. I don't know. I do like having a record of all these races. I like to see what I've been doing, check out my lines, compare to other people. So who knows? Who knows what we'll do? 31 flat. I'd rather that be in the 20s, 29. Uh-oh. Like I said, somebody will have a moment and tow to the pits. That wasn't the moment I was thinking about. I was thinking they'd have a moment and drop back to me with damage, and we'd dice and fight for laps and laps. Not they'd have a moment and just tow out. That's not really... Well, that's good for me, but not really what I want. Of course, as car number 14 in a 14-car field, iRacing is pretty much telling me, we expect you to finish last, Spear. So, when the game tells you, when the sim tells you, you're going to finish last, maybe that's a sign. It's just that some of these tracks, I don't know what it is, but they're not. I can't get the same speed as I can at other places. Now Barcelona, that was a weird recording weekend. 2 out of the 3 races I was dicing with other people for decent positions. And of course the one race that I record normally is the one there I can't. But other than that, the other 2 races were pretty good. Donington, I didn't record those races, but one of them was really good with me faster than other people, dicing and passing other people. That was fun. So, I don't know what to think. I mean, I'm obviously not the fastest guy, but on my day, I do seem to have some speed to be able to race with some guys. So B13 now. But yeah, this is my... Yeah, like I said, I just bought... What did I buy? Zandvoort, Zolder, and some other place which I cannot remember. They're used. I'd probably only race these tracks in the Lotus 79 and F1. Indy cars would never come here.
1:30.969.
Indy cars mostly follow the IndyCar schedule, the real IndyCar IRL schedule, and I don't mean Indy Racing League. That's why I say they would mostly not come here. Plus, they use 6 ovals a season, so half the schedule is ovals. So that, they don't have time to come to Zandvoort or Zolder. They're getting that kicked off again soon. Well, iRacing is planning a whole big season of that the iRacing IndyCar series. But I'm a little concerned about their implementation of the AFP, the frontal protection device. I don't think iRacing did it correctly. I mean, it looks, well, it's positioned correctly, but now here, do this test. Put your hand in front of your face, sideways, and you can still see things on the other side of your hand because you got 2 eyes. However, on a monitor, you've really only got 1 eye. So if something's in front of your face on a monitor, you can't see in front of it. So in that sense, it doesn't. 31.4. Come on. In that sense, it doesn't work right. I mean, it's there, yes, but in real life, you can see around it, through it. Like I see this a lot when I'm laying down. I'll lay down on the sofa and watch TV. I might have the pillow in front of 1 eye, but I can still see the TV. You have the pillow in front of both eyes and kind of see the TV sometimes. Well, now, how does that work? But you get the idea of that. What do they call that? Parallax or something? Where because you got 2 eyes, you can see behind things. You got different angles for each eye. And your brain knows how to interpret that. your brain will focus on the part that you want to see. Pretty cool how the brain works. But they can't do that in iRacing. Well, they could do that in iRacing. Somebody did a just a mock-up of how they could do it. You know, just having it fairly translucent would be fine. Or is that what they call it? Yeah, transparent, not translucent, transparent, whatever. But yeah, it's really distracting. But oh well. What are you gonna do? But they never come here. They do their own thing, so that's fine. All right, so looks like Matt Wood's got this thing sealed up. As I'll count my chickens before they're hatched. But he's got a 17-second lead after 10 laps. That's pretty good. Pablo and Daniel, though, well, they're closer, but not exactly close. 3 seconds, 4 seconds between them. Now, I wonder what kind of battles there are on the track. If you're watching this, you might want to also check out GSRC, Global Sim Racing Network. They, not this race, but on Sunday mornings or afternoons, depending on where you are, they broadcast these races. The Lotus 79. I think I talked about that last time. Or I said something, or no, I put it in my tweet, didn't I? Yeah. Sometimes I'll make an appearance on there. If I do well, fight with somebody, as in Barcelona, yeah. Sometimes I just get my name announced on the grid, and that's the end of that. We'll forget about him. He's just going to pedal around to the back. But Barcelona, I was dicing with people, so I got some good mentions. And some screen time. Showing me fighting for position. Getting pushed off the track. Looks like Rob's down to P11. Or still P11 as I moved up to P13. But he's close to somebody. He's within a second of Armando. Armando started right behind me. So position-wise, it doesn't look like things change much. And looking at this track, it doesn't appear to be a lot of spots to overtake. I was kind of concerned about that, and I'm still concerned because I'm going to be having to let some people by. And where are the spots to do that? I mean, you got the straight, and here's the straight, but mostly it's weavy, and that's not a good spot to. Those aren't good spots to let people by. Overshot my braking mark just a bit there. All right. Well, we had that one lap in the 130s, and for whatever reason,
1:31.065.
we have not been able to get back to it. I don't get that. See, this is I don't get that. Am I just not concentrating? This happened in that second Catalonia race. It happened in the second Donington race where I have speed early or the race before, and then for whatever reason, well, not relative speed. But I do feel like my lines are more consistent now as I do something like that. I was braking, not my line. Yeah, I do feel like my lines are much more consistent than that second Barcelona race, so. It's a learning curve like anything else. This track has a fun flow to it. The twisty bits. And this flat out bit. It's just a shame there's nobody else around. A couple Roberts up there. Robert Simpkins looks like he had a problem. He went down from 30.0. How did I get so much faster that lap? That's what the delta is for. It'll tell me exactly where I did good and where I did wrong. Darn it. Like I was talking about. Kind of need it. But Robert Simpkins went down from 7th to 10th there. We were battling with him one of those Barcelona races. Locking up fronts a couple times there. First into the right, then into the left. Oops. Alright, so lap 15. So the plan is to only be one lap down. You never know how the plan is going to pan out, but halfway through and not been lapped, that's an alright plan. Remember, you know, you lose so much extra time on lap 1. Actually, yeah, this is a good spot. Probably could have done it on that shorter spot. Yeah, I probably should have done it on that shorter. There's like that medium length straight, the short straight, and then that curve onto this long straight. And I probably should have picked the short straight in between the two straights. Uh-oh. But yeah, having never done this race, not sure the best spots, because that's my job as a back marker, to figure out the best spots to let people by. I mean, it doesn't really matter since I'm so far behind anyone else, but still, you want to do the best you can, regardless. Alright, looks like Daniel and Steve back in 3rd and 4th. They appear to be close together. So we'll keep an eye on that. So that's what I do when I'm racing. As a back marker, you got to keep an eye on that. One car or two. Who's coming through, where, and how many. How many is a very important part. You don't want to let one guy through thinking it's just one guy and then boom, take out the guy behind him. You know, you got to know what's going on.
1:30.382.
All right, Ever since I said I don't know why we're still in the 31s, we've magically picked up the pace. But I'd still prefer to be in the 29s. 29s I could live with. I mean, 29s are still off the pace. You know, I'm not going to win any races with 29s, but it's a bit more respectable. I didn't do the race at Barber Motorsports Park. I didn't do the Lotus race there because I could tell that my times were nowhere near where they needed to be. There's something about that track. I just could not get it together. I'm like, there's no point in me running. Just cause trouble there. But since I was doing 29s in practice, I was like, looks respectable enough. Oh, come on. Figure if I was just, I mean, another 20 seconds up the road if I just gain a second a lap. But I don't know. Ow. Come on. What's that tango? Tango or tango? It's tango in English. I wonder if it's tango in, wonder what it is. You got a lot of signs around the circuit. Should I be looking at the signs on the... Okay. Maybe that's part of my issue. Reading the signs of the billboards around the track instead of driving. Formido. State-of-the-art menswear. Alright. But hell, you can't help but see some of the signs because you use them as brake markers and such. Sometimes you gotta look at them. Oh, Daniel must have had an issue because Steve got by him and is up by quite a bit. If 4 seconds can be called quite a bit. You guys remember Daniel Banker? He raced with Rob at Donington, Caducci at Donington. That was a great race to watch. Highly recommend it. No spoiler given. Pablo takes a little draft. I gave him the line to that he wanted. Steve's coming up. Steve by himself. I'm surprised it's such a small field today. Just a 14-car race. Like I said, Zandvoort is not, I don't think it's particularly well known anymore. I mean, of course the F1 circuits, like Barcelona, they're well known. Everybody wants them. Things that are going on now, people know more than history things. Oh no, too wide. Yikes. Would have preferred not to do that. That doesn't seem like a good spot to let people overtake. It's too short. Because coming around that corner, they're on the right, you're on the right, you're going fast. You can't really lift on the right. If you go over to the left, that's the line that people want to take for that corner. So, yeah, that middle short straight is not a particularly good spot. It's too short, and people, it's too short, and you change sides of the track that you want to be on. First you're on the right, then you want to be on the left, and where do you slow down, and where's the other guy going to go? So that's not a good spot. Because you can't slow down too soon, but you can't slow down too late. And right in the middle is where people change lanes, so yeah, it's a tough one. Oh boy. Alright. Banker and Herner coming up. Separated by 2 seconds. There's a 29. I wish those were coming earlier. Situation imminent.
On your left. Clear.
Oof.
Left side.
After just saying that was not a good spot to let people by, I had to let somebody by in that spot again. But luckily he had moved to the left early. So I know exactly where he wanted to go.
1:32.135.
Ah, come on. Gotta get in the brake more. Of course, if you watch these races from week to week, you see pretty much the same names every week. I think that's a cool thing. You get to know drivers. You know how they do, what they do. You know what they're like. So it feels more like an actual race series would. A lot of the other ones, you know, if you have hundreds of people sign up for a series, you're going to be racing with a lot of different people all the time. Some of the same people, of course, but a lot of the time they'll be with different people. There'll always be a lot of different people in there. Maybe a few of the same ones, but in this one, it's pretty much the same guys and there's another. Is that a freebie? Looks like he drove into the pits, but it doesn't look like he's driving out of the pits.
1 minute 30.102.
Armando. Ah, don't do that. And with only 6 laps to go, Spear is feeling confident about getting P12. Although, nothing to cheer about, but every spot not last helps. But again, I'd rather have him still be running. Even if they're damaged, broken, you got a broken car, I'd still rather be out there running on track when I pass them. You know, actually doing something to get past them. Although, you know, staying on track, not crashing, that is doing something. If you can keep your head while all those around you are losing theirs, or something like that. Tim Reed did not catch me up. I thought he would catch me up on those straights.
1 minute 29.731.
Oh, no. So now I'm completely at a loss. I really don't want him behind me coming up here. Okay, yeah.
Side.
So he,
Clear.
if you saw in the mirror, if you weren't watching the mirror, go back and look in the mirror. He made it very clear that he was going to go in the inside in that corner. Because I was like, I think I'll go to the outside, but I wasn't sure. So, but you know, him being so clear about where he was going to go, it made it easier for me to decide what to do. And Barry was a bit too far behind. Yeah, I should have let him go.
5. About 5 to go here. On your right. On your clear.
I really should have slowed down, but he was so far behind on the straight. I didn't want to give up a whole second to him. I mean, come on. Oh, there's Rob. Kenducci, P10. See, this is what I was worried about. As I slow down to let everybody go by, I just lose a little bit more and more time each lap.
We're about 5 out. About 5.
Yeah, I'm not going to be pitting. Not with 3 to go. I'm a little confused as to why iRacing spot. That's the official iRacing spotter. Well, not the voice, but the words. I'm confused as to why they say they can't calculate how many laps. Oh well.
1 minute 31.364.
They should know I'm a lap down. They should know how many laps are in the race. All right, now I got the same problem with Gilles. What's going to happen up here? And see, he stayed in the outside here. So I was confused about what's going on. Come on. I see, Gilles did not give me the same signs that the other guys did.
Right side. All clear.
I could have done that better. Could have done that better.
Left side.
And Nan didn't win any draft.
Minute 34.705.
Whoa. 2 to go.
The white flag this time.
Well. I don't know, when I saw he was going to the outside, should I have gone inside? Or should I just stayed out there? Probably, I guess in the hindsight, I should have gone to the inside. Boy, look at that. Matt has a 40-second lead over P2. That's rather dominating. When you win by 40 seconds, that is a sign that you've done a good job. Wow. Wait a second. Steve wasn't second. Steve was fourth when we first watched him. Then he passed Daniel Baker, and then he passed Pablo there. So Steve Bycroft made up a few positions. Here we are, white flag, final lap. So nothing's going to happen. We can't make up any spots. We can't lose any spots. But yeah, so let me know what you think. Either leave a comment here. I hope you've already hit the subscribe button. We need some more subscribers. Hit the like, thumbs up, whatever you call it. And let me know either the comments here or come see me on Twitch, where you can tell me, do you want these races where technically there wasn't a lot of wheel-to-wheel action? Sadly, I was hoping for many more laps in the 29s. We didn't get them. Mostly in the 30s. A lot of them in the 31s. Just disappointing. Disappointing. I knew it coming in, but you're always hoping, right? Alright, thanks for watching the Lotus 79 at Zandvoort with the Spear on iRacing. Oh, that was Canducci. P12 for us. P10 for Canducci.
Sorry, dude. We'll keep working on it.
And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep working on it. You know, Lotus 79s, you got practice. You got to turn lots of laps. You got to get used to what the car can do and what you can do in the car. Thanks for watching. The Spear Lotus 79. See you next time.